Hi, my name is Marissa Olberding, and the issue I have been tracking this semester is the National Football League as it relates to the draft. This topic is noteworthy because of NFL salaries and signing bonuses at an all-time high, rookie busts, player scandals, NCAA violations, and injuries occurring almost weekly in the professional sports world. Each year, the 32 teams of the National Football League meet to select eligible players for their squads for the annual NFL Draft, officially known as the NFL Player Selection Meeting. The majority of the players come from colleges across the country, and each team takes its turn deciding on the men appropriate for their group. Due to growing interest in the professional sports industry, the draft has become a national phenomenon. In 1960, the draft took place in a one-story motel with only a few journalists present. But as of 2013, it is a 3-day segment featured in Radio Hall in New York City. The draft order is generally based on the team's record from the previous season. Football players who are at least 3 years out of high school are eligible for the draft. Rules do not specifically state that players must have prior college experience, but essentially all players selected in the draft played collegiately. The higher a player is selected generally relates directly to a wealthier contract. Prior to the draft, players compete in the NFL Combine, a week-long showcase in which college football players perform physical and mental tasks in front of coaches, scouts, and general managers. The NFL is a very broad subject matter. There are so many pieces and events that cover the topic, making prioritizing the daily happenings of players, colleges, rules, and so on very difficult. One of the most recent issues to hit professional sports is the topic of sexuality. On March 25, 2013, the New York Times released an article stating that not one single male professional athlete is openly gay. However, on April 30th, 2013, NBA star Jason Collins, in an article in Sports Illustrated, became the first male athlete to come out. This issue sparked a remarkable change in the professional sports industry. And who knows? Maybe the NFL will be next. But we will see where 2013 takes us. The second pressing issue in the NFL is scandal as it relates to social media. Prior to the college national championship game, Manti Te'o became a widespread phenomenon because of the infamous catfish scandal. Media questioned how this would affect his draft stock. On February 24, 2013, ESPN.com's Bill Williamson reports on Manti Te'o's address to the media. Instead of discussing his potentially high draft number, the media was interested in the catfish hoax. Later, on March 7, 2013, USA Today presents an article about athletes in the catfish scandal. Schools are now monitoring players and their social media habits because of the recent Manti Te'o scandal. They do not want to bring unwanted publicity to their programs and athletes. Does social media affect our professional careers? Well, Manti Te'o was picked in the second round by the San Diego Chargers. Again, the NFL is a broad subject matter. There is scandal, violation, and even praise stories every day. In order to track such an industry regularly, my first recommendation for future tracking would be to narrow down one search. Following a specific team or player would help weed out unwanted articles and stories. There are so many issues and articles dedicated to the National Football League, it is hard to keep track of everything going on in the industry. Focusing on one specific team or player could benefit future trackers immensely. Secondly, I would recommend that the next step in tracking the draft would be to track the players that were selected in the first rounds. Tracking their performance, salary, rookie bust or not bust, would benefit future research on rookie players and essentially the overall effectiveness of the draft. Thank you.